Hey everyone, this is Miss Fisher, and this is a video to help you get started with the row block project. So we have two classes, and the basic class is the block class, which has two instance variables. And we've got some accessor methods, the get width and the get height, and we've got the modifier methods, set width and set height. And you will definitely need to use one of these when you work on a method within the row class. So now when you take a look at the row class, we see that we've got as an instance variable an array list of blocks called myBlocks. So this relationship between the two classes is called composition, because the row class has an array list of block objects. So when you submit your UML diagram, this is a template here. And just notice that instance variables has a minus in front of it, which signifies that it is private. And if it has a plus sign, these are going to be public methods or constructors. And so we have not written a constructor yet, so I just wanted to do an example of that for the row class. So for the row class, we've got an instance variable, which is again an array list of blocks, and we've got the public row constructor. Okay, and so here, what we're going to do is in this box, we're going to put minus, and then the name is called myBlocks. And then you've got the type, and so this is an array list of block objects. Okay, and then in the bottom rectangle, you're going to put a plus because constructors are public. So here we have row, and this is a no argument constructor, and it's a constructor, so you don't return anything. Okay. However, let's just do one more in this UML diagram here. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next method. And here we have the int block count, and it takes two ints as its parameters, and it returns an int. So it's called block count. So I'm going to go ahead and call it block count, and it's got two ints as its parameters, and the return type is an int. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I went through how to write a constructor within the UML diagram. Now, you can go ahead and fill out the rest of the UML diagram either on paper or digitally. It's really up to you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the problem description here within the row class. So the first method, what you're going to do is it is going to return some information about myBlocks. So in a way, it is accessor type method, because it's going to go through each of the blocks in myBlocks, the instance variable in the row class, and it's going to return the number of blocks that have the same width as the width given in as a parameter, and the same height and the same height as a height given in the parameter. So you will just iterate. You can use a for each loop actually, because you just need to access the width and the height of each block. And in order to do that, you can call on the get width and the get height, those public accessor methods. Okay, so I think we've done a lot of methods similar to this. I'm going to let you do that on your own. For the tallest block, this one you just have to be careful about the return type. Notice that the return type is a reference to a block. Okay, it's not going to be the height of the tallest block. It's going to be the block itself. And so just make sure that you actually return a block and not an int. Okay, so you're just going to iterate through. You can assign you know, the first, a local variable, the first block, either the height and the index or the block itself, and then compare the heights of each block with the current tallest block. And at the end, you will find the block with the largest height. Okay, so I will let you take care of that one as well on your own. I did want to give a little bit of help for tallest, for the last one, where you will call on the tallest block method, and that will give you the block with the tallest height, right? The biggest height. And you have to level all of the blocks. In other words, you have to reassign the height of each block in my blocks to the height of the tallest block. So this one is a modifier method, okay? The tallest block would be considered a type of accessor method. It gives you information about the instance variable. In other words, returns the block with the tallest height. But this level is a void method. There are no parameters, and it's simply going to go through each block and change the height so that all of the blocks in my blocks have the same height as the tallest block. So for this example, if you look at the original, we've got a variety of heights here. And after you call on level, all the heights will be 9. Okay? So it's going to be block tallest gets tallest block. And this is going to store the block with the tallest height. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to iterate through each block in my blocks. Okay, and for each block, I want to set height. I'm going to call in the set height method and set the height of that of the tallest block. So actually what I can do here is I'm going to go ahead and say tallest height gets tallest dot get height. Okay, and so that's an int that will be the height of the tallest block. Okay, and you can do this all at once. You could have called on tallest height gets tallest block parentheses dot get height, but I just did it in a couple steps here. Okay, either way, you could have done it in 1 line or 2 lines. So now I'm just going to go ahead and iterate through, and I can call on the set height, which is a block method. Look back at the block class, and the set height, you're just going to give it the parameter that you're going to change the height to, right? And height is one of the instance variables of block. So set height, and what am I going to set it to? Well, I'm going to set it to the tallest height. I'm going to do that for each one. And I don't return anything. I'm just going to, level all of the blocks. And that is it for level. Okay, so hopefully that helped. I'm going to let you do the first 2 on your own, but I just wanted to kind of walk through this last one if you had any questions about it. All right. Okay, hope this was helpful. See you in class. Bye.